So we have learned why software testing is necessary. So what is really software testing? Different viewpoints in testing take different objectives into account. For example, testing while developing the software, the main objective may be to cause as many failures as possible so that defects in the software are identified and can be fixed. While delivering the software for acceptance, the main objective may be to confirm that the system works as expected, to gain confidence that it has met the requirements. In some cases, the main objective of testing may be to assess the quality of the software, with no intention of finding nor fixing defects, to give information to stakeholders so they make decisions upon this information. Some other testing activities are there to prevent bugs from being introduced to the software. This is very important to understand the real objectives of testing activity. Testing a software for the purpose of finding defects might be completely different than testing the same software to gain confidence about the level of quality. Any activity that will help achieve the testing objective is considered a testing activity. Static testing and dynamic testing. We already knew that failures often begin with a human error, namely a mistake in a document such as a specification. We need to test these documents because it's much cheaper to fix those mistakes now than wait and try to fix them when they became defects or failures. Static testing is the term used for testing where the code is not exercised. That's why testing should start as early as possible. Static testing involves techniques such as reviews of documents, for example requirements, design documents, and the source code, which can be effective in preventing defects from being introduced into the code by removing ambiguities and errors from specification documents. This topic is covered in detail in another section. On the other hand, dynamic testing is the kind that executes the program under test with some test data. The discipline of software testing encompasses both static and dynamic testing. Notice again that both static testing and dynamic testing can be done by anyone in the software life cycle, developers, customers, and/or system testers. Both dynamic testing and static testing can be used as a means for achieving similar objectives, and will provide information that can be used to improve both the system being tested and the development and testing processes. Testing and debugging. Some might confuse testing to debugging. Testing is a systematic exploration of a component or system with the main aim of finding and reporting defects. Testing doesn't include corrections of those defects. These are passed on to the developers to correct. Debugging is the development activity that analyzes and removes the cause of the failure. Subsequent retesting by a tester ensures that the fix does indeed resolve the failure. Testing does, however, ensure that changes and corrections are checked for their effect on other parts of the component or system. The responsibility for each of those activities is usually testers test and developers debug. The final challenge is to ensure that the testing we do is effective testing. A good test is one that finds a defect, if there is one present. A test that finds no defects has consumed resources but added no value. Well, maybe just increase the confidence in the software. A test that finds a defect has created an opportunity to improve the quality of the product. How do we design tests that find defects? We should first increase the effectiveness of the test, and that's by using proven test design techniques, as we will describe in a later section in this course. Second, we should increase the efficiency of those tests, meaning we can find the defects with the least effort, time, cost, and resources.